I did text 7, and my question was, where in the excerpt does Amundsen give so much credit to Hansen? In lines, what? Hansen. In text 7, from 18, in lines 18 through 19, Hansen deserves a special word of praise for his driving on the surface in such weather. And what I thought about that is Hansen is a very good navigator through the snow and like the strategy that they said earlier in the text, and that was in lines 5 and 6. My second detail was in lines 33 through 35. Hansen's neck grew twice as long as before in his endeavor to see a few inches further. I'd asked him before we spy out ahead for all he was worth, and he did with such vagaries. What I thought about that was like that Hansen is. I thought he was tall because like he only asked Hansen because maybe he's a lot taller than the other members in the group, so he could watch out for bad things ahead. And my third detail was in lines 19 to 21. If you want to put it up right now. It is a difficult matter to drive Eskimo dogs forward when they cannot see, but Hansen managed it well, both getting the dogs on and steering them closely by compass. What I thought about that is Hansen is very good with dogs and how he is with weather. And it's on the next. I think it's on the next one. Yeah, it's this one here. On the left. I thought that one could probably be Hansen with all of his dogs. Yes, Logan?
Why would your question be where, like in your question, when you're starting your question, where does it state constant, but what would be why instead?
I think it could have been. That's what Miss Universal said she could have been, but I thought, I don't remember fully when I did this because it was a long time ago, but
Okay.
I thought it would just be like better for where. Patrick?
Do you have like an interest in Hansen? Is that why you like picked this question, or do you just pick it kind of just came at you, or did you just pick this because like you thought that like Hansen was like kind of like I don't know like I don't want to say like a hero, but like something like that.
I chose Hansen because it showed like all the like details about how he helped the group out. Okay. Any more questions?
You finished with your analysis?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear the connection.
Yeah. 1 second, Frank. All my details connect on how Amundsen gives credit to Hansen for doing such great things for their group. So like I think yes, right.
Well, you know that Hansen's probably tall.
Yeah, that's what I sort of like.
The picture is normal size.
Well, we don't really know how big the other guys is, but that was sort of just like a prediction from my end, but I don't think that it could not be right.
Do you think that could be an expression?
Yeah, I think
I know
we should.
I'll
Who's
warn
asking
that.
that? Patrick. Okay, so let's take a second look, and everybody should probably take a second look at the line we're referring to. So Joe, where exactly is that detail?
33 to 35.
Okay, and somebody should probably reread it, and I think we should keep in mind what Frankie has just said and what Pat just said.
Hansen's neck grew twice as long as before in his endeavor to see if he would. I asked him before we sort of smiled our head what he was for all he was worth, and he did with such vegans.
Vengeance.
Vengeance. asking him how to like, asking him and give, I wouldn't really consider that a really great accomplishment, but I think he put in there since he was already talking about Hansen, and he just wanted to give him a little more credit for what he did for the group.
But what about this idea that his neck grew twice as long as before? You know, Joe is stating that means, he thinks it means that Hansen rather, was taller than the others in the crew, and that's why he was given this particular job. What do the rest of you think about that?
I think, Hansen, for the better of the group, he went out to see, what was ahead that they would have to cross, so then they could bring the right gear to keep going smoothly and traveling on the journey. So he went out to go, like, see what was out there and what obstacles they had to, move around with and stuff.
And then,
I think he could have just like extended his neck because it says endeavor, and then that means he did it with an effort. That means he had to expand his neck, but if he was tall, he would have to go.
but he still could have. I didn't like. He still could have been tall and still like did his like extended his neck a few inches farther, but he could have been taller, but he might not have.
I think it was saying that he had like really good eyesight and then he could see what was ahead and if they needed things.
Yeah, that could be right. Andrew?
I think it's like I think you're saying before that it's an expression and trying to make an effort to look ahead and not actually like actually taller.
It's not like a literal. Yeah, okay, so you guys might wanna make a note of that, because that's a weird line, so maybe that's what, do you think you might wanna just, not change the detail, I think it's so good, but maybe change your explanation for it.
Okay.
And I think that everybody is correct, it's not, look, his neck didn't like, right, it's not a cartoon man, right, it's an expression. Showing that he put the effort in, like Anthony said, right, that he moved his neck really far, and, it still answers your question, but maybe not for the same reason.
Okay. Any more questions?
My question is, what details describe December 14th, the day Anderson and his crew got to the South Pole, in F7 on line 22 to 23? It says, on the morning of December 15th, the weather was at the finest. He said it had been made for arriving at the pole. I thought this connected to the detail, my question, because it was like explaining the weather and it's like explaining how he like the day he got to the pole, like the weather was like he said like good, like it was pretty out. And then also in text 7 in line 40 to 41, it said the goal is reached, the journey ended. I cannot say though I know it would sound much more efficient, that the object of my life was attained. I chose this for my question because they reached their destination on December 14th, and I found out that he wasn't that excited as he wanted to be, because he always wanted to go to the North Pole, but today he went to the South Pole. And then also on line 56 to 57, it said, after this, we proceeded to the greatest and most solemn act of our whole journey, the planting of our flag. I thought that connected to my question because it's explaining what they did on this day, and they said it was like the greatest and most solemn act, so that means they like really appreciated the planting of the flag. And I thought that in text 1, it connected to this because it shows the picture of them planting with them standing next to the flag. So I thought that, yeah. Yeah, that would standing them with the flag, because it's like explaining that detail. Also, I thought the video could connect to it because they showed their arrival there, so you can kind of see how it was like on their arrival.
Does anyone have any questions or anything to add to Maddie's analysis or?
Why do you think that question you chose was the best question that was for text seven?
Because I thought they used a lot of detail and explained a little bit better than what it would be.
And I also, does it have to connect with any other text besides text one?
Yeah, that's text 3.
Oh,
They're gonna have a video and show their arrival. Comment?
It was all of that underscore 14.
Yeah.
Like that's big, kind of.
Kind of, but it's not mostly about Robert Patton Scott. It's about everything. For the connecting the detail, I thought that the day they arrived, it was a big day for them. And even though he didn't like being going to the South Pole, he like appreciated like that.
My question for text 8 was, how did Scott and his crew feel before they found the Norwegian flag? So, my first detail on line 1 of text 8, it says, Amundsen says that it's wonderful to think that 2 marches could land us at the pole. This is important because, well, they're pretty sure that they're going to win, even though they really either. And then my second detail, this mood continues in line 9, where Amundsen states, we were in high spirits in the afternoon, thinking tomorrow would see us at our destination. This is again important because they're continuing to think that they are going to be the ones to win the race. Then in lines 10 and 11, Bauer's eye spotted a car 3 degrees under his. This is even more important because they spot something in the distance that they can't really identify, and they begin to feel uneasy that it might have been something from a left behind camp, which it was, because it was the flagpole that they saw in the distance. These details connect because, well, they begin, in the very beginning of the text, they are upbeat and believe that they are going to survive and make it to the pole, but then towards the end they begin to feel uneasy, and at the very, very end of the text they are depressed and have no spirit left in them, and they are positive that they're going to die there. Yes?
So that's like also kind of like there's also kind of like is connected to Nate's one where they lost. Where Nate was talking about how they lost all their hope and they lost all their self-esteem. So you like connecting them with you? Is this like connected with like text 9? What it does?
It is connected with text 9 because text 9 is like basically the opposite mood of the beginning of this text, and that's important because it's really drastic how much their mood